So in this next recording of molecular and cellular biology, we're going to start talking about biological macromolecules, or biomacromolecules. These are the basic components that most organic or living matter is made up of. And there are four main classes of these molecules: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. The other thing that we want to mention as we start to talk about these big molecules is the idea of polymers. So macromolecules are polymers built from monomers. So a polymer is a long molecule consisting of many similar smaller building blocks. Those smaller building blocks are called the monomers. So mono, one, poly, many. Many monomers come together to form polymers. Now, three of the four classes of biomacromolecules are true polymers: carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleic acids. Lipids aren't. We're going to address each of these biomacromolecules in detail in turn, but the overall theme of using a polymer approach in biology is very important. And so what we're going to see is that there's efficiency that is built into the system by using a polymer approach. And what we see is that regardless of what polymer you're building, the chemistry to link monomers is very similar. So what we see here in this slide is we have a short polymer and an unlinked monomer that I'm adding to it. And to do that, we do what's called a dehydration synthesis reaction. Right? So we actually extract a molecule of water in the process of linking on that fourth monomer. Now the opposite reaction is called hydrolysis. Hydro, water, lysis, to break apart. I'm adding water into that bond to break it apart. Now we have a free monomer and a shorter polymer. Again, this is similar regardless of the polymer that you're talking about. Efficiency is the key to life. We'll talk more about evolution later, but any differences between individuals that can utilize resources better tend to favor those individuals, right? So if I'm more efficient with my energy and we have the same resources, ultimately in the long run I'm going to win. So by stockpiling subunits for assembly, we can increase the efficiency of our energy utilization. So think about it about building a house, right? So when we build houses in our modern society, we don't go to the woods and chop down trees and make lumber. Like, we go to Lowe's or wherever you may be going, and you buy lumber that's ready and waiting for you. Bricks are the same way. I don't go find some clay and dig out of the soil and fire bricks and then build my house. In the same turn, in this idea of reuse, renew, recycle, you can take an old house and harvest the parts and reuse them to build a different house. And that's really how biomacromolecules are going to work. We have this efficiency that is built into the system by disassembling the component parts and reassembling them in a new way. So we're going to see that again and again and again as we go. And so what we're going to do now is talk about each of the different biomacromolecules. And what we're going to see is that carbohydrates are made out of monosaccharides. Lipids are bundles of hydrocarbons. Proteins are made of amino acids. And nucleic acids are made of nucleotides. Another way to put this is to say that monosaccharides are the monomer that I can link together to make polysaccharides, which are the majority of the carbohydrates that we're going to be interested in. Amino acids are the monomer that we link together to make what we call proteins. And nucleotides are what we link together to make nucleic acids, DNA and RNA. So with that, then, we're going to move on to the next set of recordings that are going to address the details of each of these biomacromolecules.